played this Kaiju game.
Yeah,
So I got the
Kaichu.
B-roll ready. We'll
Yeah,
let you take it.
it's a super. All right, so what led me to this game? I was kind of digging through, preparing for this podcast. Actually, I wanted to pick a game I've never played before.
Where'd you play it? Was this PC?
This is actually the Xbox.
Oh, okay.
I paid money for this.
Interesting.
So yeah, I know I found that interesting too. But it was on discount, so I played it because it was new, and I was like, "What is this nonsense?" So I laughed about it. I was like, "Ha, monsters fighting and dating. Let me try this out." So I decided to give it a shot. So my initial thoughts, I actually beat the whole thing. So you can easily beat it in about 2 hours,
Hmm.
easily. Probably a little less than that, depending. So it's pretty much it's a dating sim. I don't know how much if you guys ever played a dating sim before, but
Never.
That's how Chaz
I
practices.
Yeah.
so it's speed dating.
Mass Effect. Mass Effect is the only dating game I've ever experienced.
Hasn't
Oh god.
translated well into your real life yet.
Oh boy.
What? I could land in Asari if I wanted.
Uh-huh.
So I used to get into a lot of these things back in the day during Newgrounds, the era of Newgrounds, early 2000s. So I used to be in college. I used to enjoy kind of like the idea of the dating sims. So
Newgrounds.
I
The
know it's
day,
ridiculous.
the days of old.
The days of old. So I picked this up because it kind of reminded me of that. So I figured I'd play it. So the premise of the game really is to see if you can date the whatever kaiju that you got, right?
I hope
So
Godzilla get his groove back.
you're the pink Godzilla. Apparently you're Godzilla with a heart on its tail and then on its knees. And that's you. So your goal is to try to date whatever you go or whoever you're dating with. So the funny part about it is that instead of world domination, you're dominating love. So it's silly. I love the art style. So several things that are corny about it is that the art style is cute. The narrative is corny, but that's in a good way. And while you're trying to date these other kaijus, the government comes in and tries to destroy your whole spiel.
That's just like real life.
But just like real life, yeah. Um, what's interesting about it is that normally a lot of the dating sims they're very straightforward, and you just kind of go from one person to the next. By no means not like Doki Doki Literature Club. If you guys have ever played that
Oh,
game,
I watched the game. I watched a playthrough of that.
nothing
That,
like that.
that
But
game's crazy.
that game's awesome.
That game's
Like
insane.
I love that game. Like that's a dating sim that I found absolutely fantastic.
I watched the entire playthrough. It's
I played it.
crazy.
I didn't even bother watching it. I had to figure out things. Anyway, so this one in particular, so this has an open world, kind of. Almost like like a quick Mario open world. You pick your area
Yeah.
that you want to go
Um,
to.
Like a map kind of thing,
So
open map.
yeah, it's like a little open map thing. You pick a girl or a guy, which is interesting because this is uh has all the pronouns and it has every pronoun you can possibly think of and then some. So they made up some really strange ones like
I would think
Zer.
that would be a must-have if you're having some sort of dating game because you want. I mean, you want everyone to feel represented. That would be
Oh,
like
yeah,
an odd.
totally.
That'd be an odd thing not to have in your dating game. I don't know.
I guess yeah, that's true. You're 100% on that. They had those and they had like 10 of them, 10 different types. I don't know.
What
And then
I
yeah.
was gonna say the only other dating game I can remember that I know had like hubbub around it was there was that bird, was it Hatoful
Oh,
boyfriend from a few
yeah.
years
Oh,
ago. It was like a
yeah,
bird. You played a bird or
Mm-hmm.
something. I remember a lot of people talking about that game.
yeah. That's
But
a that's
I
you
just
play as
another
a,
one on my brain.
yeah, you play as a pigeon.
Or pigeon, yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember the KFC one? That you date like
Oh, where
Oh,
you were
you could
going
be.
after the colonel.
Well, no, you could be
Yeah,
the
I do remember that.
different. It wasn't just KFC. You could be like the different mascots for different fast food restaurants. Wasn't that
I
it?
remember that. Yeah.
no, it wasn't. It was just we love you, Colonel Sanders. That's it.
I could have swore there
I
was
love you,
one
Colonel
that would
Sanders.
like had representation from all the different fast food places.
I
But
would if there is, I would totally play it. But
anyways,
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, anywho, but it had those and then after a while, it became a little repetitive. You play one round. They give you 6 slots, by the way. They give you 6 save slots that you can play on. So each one, and this is actually kind of nice of them. They actually save a little bit for you, so they know you're gonna save.
Mhm.
And if you don't like the decisions, you can always go back and redo it. So you can get good all the time. So, yeah. So I was expecting something more towards the end, but there was nothing more. You stayed all 6, and you date like a mushroom girl. You date like a you date a moth. Which her name is Masra.
Masra.
Yeah.
Nice.
You date another one that looks kind of like Gamera.
I
Like
love
kind
the
of
idea.
like that
Yeah.
type.
I love the idea of these monsters kind of being flirtatious with one another, and
Yeah.
then down below underneath their feet, they're like stepping
Stop
on
it.
helpless
Yeah.
citizens who are running away.
So so for every good thing that you guys like agree on, you destroy the monument that you're wrecking. If it's terrible, you don't destroy the monument. If it's okay, you kind of hit the monument, but then you destroy the monument if you do awesome, and then you start making out, which is the most silliest thing. Now,
Nice.
yeah, but I think, but this also has this format of question and answer. So
Mm.
you get a question, you answer it. If it's this, then it's either good, medium, or bad, and it's just like that the
Mhm.
entire
So
time.
it's not
So
like a
for
real
2 hours,
deep system or anything. It's just
no,
hmm.
not by no means. It's
So
it's a
just
fun, cute game.
so just overall, who would you say this game would be good for? For like people who like dating sims, or is this like a waifu, like some sort of person who likes, I don't know, just dating
I
games? I guess
think
that's the only thing I can think of.
that's a good question. I think it's more for the person who just likes quick games, like quick,
Hmm.
fun, cheap, easy dating games.
It's for
Like
those who weren't happy with the way Kong versus Godzilla went down. They wanted to see them,
yeah,
get
yeah,
together in the end of it. So this is fulfillment
yeah.
of fantasies.
It's the kind of
2000,
game
2000 Godzilla. What?
Is this the kind of game where, like, if your wife walks in on you playing, she's just like, she should be questioning things or questioning you?
Oh, I mean, I would be questioning my. I mean, one of the characters, I was questioning myself for a little bit. I was like, why am I dating this really buff guy, this buff eagle, or I think he was a rock, this buff rock who's like, ooh, and I'm just like, okay, so
So,
you choose decisions based off of strength and manliness.
so did you like get to choose at the end like which kaiju you end up with, or you just have to go through all of them?
You just go through all of them.
Oh, see, that's no fun.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like I think you just end up with one of each. So you see, every one of them has their own story.
Mm.
Hmm.
You get to read the story and stuff, and then you get the
You should have had to make
achievement
a
of, oh,
choice. Like you should have been able to break Mothra's heart to go out with Gigura or whoever. I don't know.
I think one of the things they could have done is like towards the end, as like a once you date them all, you have to pick one.
Yeah, yeah,
And
you got to make a decision.
that would have been interesting, but
I
they
was
don't
just
do
thinking.
that.